Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Gazabi back with another video on a build of mine for Warframe. We are doing one for Caliban Prime. I was actually able to get a set from a friend of mine, which saved me the trouble of either buying it or farming it out, which is pretty cool of him, so shout out to my buddy. If you're watching this, you're the GOAT, obviously. But as you can see, to these enemies that are just like level 112, you know, early on Steel Path, still, it just crushes them. They really can't do much of anything. This build's gonna focus on the, what is it? The Orthicist Sentinels that he can summon with his 3. And his 1 just pretty much sucking everything in, keeping me alive. And when I stop moving, they start blasting for me. It's just so easy playing like this because you're constantly keeping enemies stun locked. There's not really much of anything they can do. I have the wrong mods on my gun, and there's just nothing they can do to stop me. It's literally free. As long as I keep them up, it's over. Just suck them into a corner. What can they do? Get absolutely erased. Because they're doing that sweet, sweet Tau damage. Yes, sir. Look at all that. So if you are willing to stick around for a little bit, I'll show you the build that I use for my Caliban Prime. It's nothing too fancy. It's pretty easy to actually manage to get a hold of everything. So let's go ahead and jump over to my orbiter, and I will show you the build real quick, guys. I'll see y'all there. Alright, and here we are back at the orbiter. Now just a quick note, I do have some Tau shards on him. I mostly want to get another red one so I can go for ability strength, so I can just really max out as much damage and just power this build can really do. And I have one yellow shard, the amber, for the casting speed, so I can just cast everything just a little bit faster, you know, because speed is key in this kind of game. Let's look at the build.
If I may say, operator, your chosen Warframe suits you.
Thank you, Ortis. Now, as you can see, we're using Summoner's Wrath to give our summons a lot more extra damage because they're pretty much the main star of the show. If you have better weapons, then of course those help tremendously, but for a simple little build that can really just shred through Steel Path, you can't go wrong with that. Of course though, just in case we do begin to get juggled, we have Rolling Guard to help keep us alive just a little bit longer, you know, until we get our bearings back. We're rocking a primed continuity for that sweet, sweet duration. And we got transient fortitude along with blind rage to really push our strength over the edge, you know. We got overextended to give us a lot more range and cut back a little bit on that strength, seeing as how we're double dipping right here. Streamline to help with efficiency. Archon stretch, that I'll show you why that's really good in here in a second, because it pairs really well with this. Razor Mortar. It allows our 1 to suck in enemies, as you were seeing earlier. And if we are using the sentinels that shoot, they focus fire on those enemies. And they hit them with electricity damage, allowing us to regen energy. See, it's a nice little combo piece. I'm rocking Arcane Energize to help also with energy. You don't really need arcane energy or energize. You could probably swap it out with another decent one, maybe like battery. But you also would probably need something to help with armor, because armor is what's really best, what you need for this kind of guy. Molt Augment to help also push our strength even higher. If we look at the passive, allies within the affinity range gain up to 50% resistance to the type of damage they are currently taking. So it's gonna rock like a adaptation. He's gonna help everybody be a little bit tankier. If you go to the first ability, Razor Guy, or Gyri, this ability allows him to just dash forward, striking enemies with the Tau status effect, making them take more damage. But if the enemies are lifted in the air, then they take twice the damage pretty much. This also allows you to regen health and energy. It gives you everything you could possibly need to stay alive. It's amazing in every way possible. Sentinel Wrath is one of the best AoE crowd control abilities that this guy can possibly have. It helps keep them in the air, which partners really well with the Razor ability, along with just making them take damage. And if you hold them up there long enough, then you really just don't have to deal with a lot of enemies, which is really nice with the Caliban, honestly. Your third ability allows you to cycle between melee sentinels, the ranged sentinels, and a summoner sentinel. The melee units obviously do melee damage. The ranged ones, they strike enemies, inflicting them with the Tau status effect, which makes them take more damage. And then the summoned sentinel, it just provides shield protection for the squad. So it's a good utility if you need shield, but you mostly want to leave it on the second one, the gunner, because that's where the bread and butter of this whole build revolves around. No pun intended. And the fourth ability, all it really did was like armor strip enemies, and you had to stand there. It wasn't the best in my opinion. So I went ahead and replaced it with Nourish, one of the best abilities in the game. Inflicting enemies with viral, allowing you to get health, energy, like just everything. It's just so good. It's such a good ability. You can never go wrong with Nourish. And really, that's pretty much all you really need for a Caliban build. Obviously, you're going to want to rock a weapon that can also pump out damage. So, like this one wasn't doing too well, but it's kind of falling off a little bit. So any real weapon that can do mad AoE damage or tethering is also really good. And any pet you would like also pairs really well with the build. Now, this can carry you pretty far into the game, honestly. Like, I don't know about level cap, but as long as you have a squad member that can help really, I guess, do damage or something to help buff you even higher, you can go pretty far with this build. It's not going to be too hard. So that's my build for Caliban Prime. I'd say he's a solid like 8 out of 10 Warframe. He can do a good bit, a lot of AoE, crowd control, which is always like sought after when you're pushing for them higher end content. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see some more builds, comment, let me know what y'all thought about it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. See y'all there.